What's going on, everyone? So, the Los Angeles Lakers. Whoo! That was a close call. Okay? That game, man, it put some years on our lives, right? Like it's so frustrating because it's like you had that game, looked like you were about to do it again and just sail away with that game, and then you just let them back in, and then you just saw like the two straight three, and you're just like, oh no, please, like don't let this happen. And then they got it to one, and you're just like, oh, and then you missed a free throw, and you're like, oh no, we know how this is gonna go. We see it every year. Lakers love to lose and drop games to bad teams for whatever reason. Every year they'll drop a Utah game or a Chicago game or Charlotte game. Like I talked about this in the Charlotte game, like leading in the Charlotte game. I was like, for whatever reason, Lakers would love to just lose games to Charlotte. So, and look, this time we actually had it on our side, right? We actually had the luck on our side. We were able to get the win. There was some controversy or whatever at the end. It always is, but it's the Lakers. But, look, say it all the time, whether you win by 2 or you win by 20, I don't really care. I just want you to win the game. I don't like that. It'd be one thing if it was just a hard fought game, down the board. Utah's been one of the best clutch teams in all of basketball. I think they're 10th right now. Or going into that game, like they've been really good in clutch games, right? It's really hard to beat a team twice, especially like, back to back, right? Like, and so, yes, you had the 5 days in between, but so did Utah, right? So they were able to prep and do things and work on things and, shooting the basketball. I mean, we got to work on our shooting. Our shooting is terrible right now. I mean, even JJ Redick called it out and said, I think we're a better 3-point shooting team, which we are. We should be, but our highest volume guys have been very inconsistent shooting the 3 ball, right? Luka, Austin Reeves, LeBron James is just getting back. I expect him to, I think his 3-point volume is going to go up. I've talked about it. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he's averaging 8 a game. But, again, like guys like Rui and Jake LaRavia, you got to find the guys that have the hot hand too. I feel like the Lakers kind of get away from that. Like Rui, the percentages that he's shooting should be getting a lot more threes, especially if he's going to play the minutes and role that he's playing, right? You might as well get him more quality looks in the corner. But again, look, I like the win. I don't think it's not anything where it's like, again, this kind of games happen. You're on a win streak, you're coming out. Lakers won, 10 out of the last 12 games, something like that. Playing Utah on the road, you just beat Utah, But like the thing is that in that first game, and I've talked about this in multiple ways, right? Like, you never want to give a team life, right? You never want a team to feel like they can beat you. And I felt like the Lakers for like 3.5 of those quarters, last Utah game, kind of let Utah feel like they could beat you, right? Lakers, started off poorly. They were lights out. And then you kind of right the ship in the third quarter, kind of gain control. And yes, they never looked back, but like they kept letting Utah kind of get it within range, get it within scope. And you're just kind of like, you keep letting this team hang around, right? Like you're going to get punished. We see it all the time. Not with just Lakers, just teams, period, right? Team will just kind of let another team kind of hang around. Then all of a sudden you look up and it's like, oh, we just lost, right? Like happened in the Chicago game where Josh Giddey hit the half court shot or whatever, right? Like, so again, you never want to give those teams life. You never want to give those teams the thoughts of like, hey, we can beat you. And I thought you saw some of that in this other Utah game. I felt like Utah felt like, hey, we could beat this team. Like we're within range. Like just keep it close. We're one of the better clutch teams. So just keep it within range and let's go rattle off and get this win. And, and then the Lakers kind of, in the first game, LeBron just picked them apart and really just blew that open, right? Really just, completely single-handedly basically just changed the tide of that game. And then you got into this game and it was like, okay, Lakers started to create that separation. You're like, okay, good, right? Like, okay, we're where we need to be, right? They were up, what was it, like 8 or whatever with like, 3 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left. And it's like, okay, like we're good, right? The ship, just manage, maintain, go win this game, close it out. But again, gave Utah life. Utah feels like, hey, we can kind of hang around with these guys. We're within it. We just need a shot. Boom, they get that shot. And then it's like, okay, got to stop. We just need another one. Boom, get that other one. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's a 2-point game. You go down and score. They go down, hit a 3. It's just like, all of a sudden, especially with the 3 ball, right? Like, games can change so quickly. And we've seen the Lakers this season, kind of take their foot off to get up 30, right? Like, like that game, I wasn't really ever worried about them like coming back and winning it because they never let it get to, single digits. But like, it's things like that, right? Like, yes, you want to kind of, once you get the 30 or you get these games, like, yes, you kind of just want to get to the point where you're managing. Right? You just want to get out of there healthy, right? You don't want anything crazy. Obviously, DeAndre Ayton going down, I thought changed a lot of things, but the Lakers had clear established control late in that game. And, and then just kind of, took their hands off the reins for a second, and then Utah was right back in it. It's like, again, you don't want to give teams life. You don't want to let teams feel like, oh, we could beat you. You're still going to play Utah again. And then not just that, but like, other teams see those kind of things. Like, hey, man, we're playing the Lakers. We're never out of it. Like, hey, we're down 8, minute and a half left. We're not out of it. Right? You don't want that, right? Like, you want like OKC. OKC's up 10 late. You're like, all right, we lost this game. Like, you look at the top teams. They usually they put you away, and then that's it. Right? Now, obviously, outlier games happen, strange games happen. You get games where a guy just keeps throwing up prayers and hitting. It's like, dude, like this guy's just ridiculous. Like, there's games and moments like that. Keontae George just loves to play the Lakers, but it's one thing when it's an outlier game. It's different when it's like you're regularly kind of letting teams hang around. Now, part of that is just the Lakers playing down to the competition. They love to do that. Talked about it for years. For whenever they play the top teams, they love to show up. Whenever they play the bottom teams, they love to kind of just coast. As long as they're winning the games, it's kind of hard to be like, hey, it's when you start losing those games. Then it's like, all right, see, this is what happens, right? So, like part of it is that. Part of it is just the Lakers just, again, lack the perimeter defense, right? And the ability to defend at a high level out on the perimeter and be able to kind of prevent that. Like, prevent a team from knocking down 3 straight. Right? Like, it's usually, it's what you want, right? Like, obviously, again, sometimes guys just throw up prayers and they go in, but, you're also just leaving guys open. Like, they're going to hit shots. And then another part of it is just our inability to knock down shots too, right? Again, JJ really called that out and talked about like, hey, like we got to find ways to hit, like you got to hit shots. We're a better team than that. And we should be. I mean, yeah, we don't have a bunch of like guys that are projected to be lights out 3-point shooters, but we have a bunch of guys that can shoot it at a consistent clip. Right? But it really is like our high volume guys, Reeves taking 8 or 9 a game, right? Like Luka taking 10 or 12 a game, right? Like, when Luka's 2 of 12 and Reeves is 2 of 9, like, yeah, you're going to have a bad 3-point shooting night because, you took 35 threes and 22 of them came from 2 guys, right? Like, it's just those kind of things. So Lakers got to continue. The context of this game, I'm not worried about it. It's not something that I'm like, oh, really stressing, but I'm glad we got the win. I'm not going to be like, oh, again, we got the win. We did what we were supposed to do. But again, it's just things that we need to work on and improve as the season progresses because you don't want to drop one of those games. We look back like, man, what would have happened if we won that Chicago game or that Charlotte game or that other Utah game, right? We might have been the 2 seed and, and then who knows what happens in the play. Like, you don't want to, you can always go hindsight, but like, you want to give as little of that as possible. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you want to like this video, hit that like button. Else, not, as we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.